the cool part about this is it's actually a real life dollhouse. So when
Yeah.
you're a kid, and I have two daughters, so they're playing with doll houses all the time. You show them this. This is a real life dollhouse that you're playing around with. The only difference is you can't put the dolls in.
My son had a great time zooming around the house. He thought it was really neat, and it was a lot of fun. But again, it's also just a great opportunity for people to have a good look and feel for what the place looks like while they're selling. You were just showing me.
I think the biggest thing I used to always tell individuals, what I loved was working in the digital age for over a decade. Becoming a realtor, I understand the digital age, and now being able to take all my knowledge from digital and able to market and promote the home. And I think one of the ways you can actually see it is look at the activity one day on the market on your home. We're in COVID-19, and the amount of showings we've already had booked, the amount of pre-listings, and all that really was done just with some digital and social media marketing to get people excited about the home before it even hit the market. And yeah, we could have gone live maybe a week earlier, but I wanted to drive and get that attention driven to your home because it definitely can help and let people know something is coming in, what's happening. It also allowed me to give me enough time to get the proper marketing materials done. Real estate has changed. It's not about putting a for sale sign in front of your lawn and saying, I'm just going to wait for another agent to come and bring me an offer. Every area and every district has changed. Are we looking at, do we want to consider withholding offers? Do we want to list at fair market value? What's going on? I'm a very analytical individual. So even the day before we went live, I think I was telling you how many homes are listed in your market, why I picked an offer date on a certain offer date versus the day I really wanted to go live. The minute we were supposed to go live, I changed things up because something else happened in the market and I wanted to change our strategy to be first versus lagging or competing.
Once COVID hit, I had a number of people almost saying, well, obviously you don't want to go on the market now, but really, and what we've talked about, what the market currently we see is that, okay, inventory is down. At the moment, maybe there's been a slight reduction in sale values, but for the most part, it seems like prices are relatively stable and there's this pent up demand. And also, I think what you're seeing, it appears, is that those people who are on the market are serious shoppers. You're not getting tire kickers out there. And I think this is really just an encouraging message for people, in terms of just, because I think a lot of people have this sense of everything's shut down. I can't do anything. Business is over. When really, I'm not so convinced. I think for sure, these are tough times, but there are also great opportunities. And I think this is a great example.
I refuse to use the word new normal. It's probably the word I dislike more than anything, because this is not new normal. Things that I am doing for my clients, and I know we've had the conversation. How do you protect your clients? What I do is I make it mandatory. Face masks are a must, and you must wear gloves. It's not I would like to. You must. And that's not only for the safety of myself, it's the safety of my clients, as well as the safety of the individual selling. So what I've done, and I've heard a lot of clients say, how do you force them to wear it? Very simple. And where I've adapted, it's not cheap. It cost me a lot of marketing dollars, but I have ended up buying multiple different colors and multiple different kinds of, let's put it up right ways, not like the Canadian flag in the World Series, but any buyer that works with me, if you don't have a mask, I give them a cloth mask, and it's mandatory that they wear it and bring it to every showing we go look at. It's for their own safety. It's for my safety. It's for the seller's safety. And I think that's something that I wish every agent would be doing. I can't force them to do it, but that's what I have personally done to protect my clients and protect the houses that we go into.
Yeah, you raise a great point there about this phrase that's going around, the new normal. First of all, for someone like myself, whose agency is completely virtual, paperless, and so forth, it hasn't actually changed my life that much. And for sure, every time that the kids were at home because they had a sick day or there was a vacation time and it didn't align with my wife's schedule at the time, it not a whole lot has changed. They're around a little more. I actually enjoy that a lot. And so what I'm seeing exactly is that this situation has compelled a lot of people to catch up a little bit in terms of, okay, how do I operate from home? What's the technology that I need? A broader adoption of that technology. And again, so I'm seeing incredible opportunity. And if anything, I think that this, when we talk about that new normal, if anything, I think it's compelling us towards actually a bit of a more of an old normal. I think people, it's forced people to really think a bit about, well, what really matters? What do I really, really need? And I think people are coming back to an older sense of what those items are, sort of letting go of those frivolous wants and that sort of consumer, let's buy and use and dispose of it. And people are being, I think, a little more cautious with their dollar, their emphasis on their family and putting family first. So in many ways, I see us sort of reverting back to perhaps an old normal that perhaps was a little more balanced.
I'm a positive guy, and it's something that I've always taken a lot of pride in, is being positive. Don't get mad about things you cannot control. And you can only help the people that want to be helped. And those are two of my lines that my clients hear me say a lot. But it's, from the buying process, it's actually made my life a lot easier right now. Because the old norm was, hey, we're going out, let's look at as many homes as we want because we're out, and a home hit the market, let's just go look at it for the sake of it. We're now, being a digital guy, I used to always get frustrated that I would go look at it and someone would take photos from their cell phone and they wouldn't get professional photos done. They wouldn't get professional floor plans done. They don't have the 3D tours. And the 3D tours before this, okay, you know what, I could have lived with that, but it was a nice added step. Now with my buyers, we're looking online and we're not booking a showing. And that's been a rule I've created with my buyers, are let's not, for your safety, let's not just go look at homes for the sake of it. Let's make sure it meets all your needs. And if it doesn't meet your needs, then there's no point in going out. So we're not going out looking at 8 homes at a time now. We're going out and looking at a home because we're basically viewing them all online together. And we're looking at the floor plans. I'll use your home for example. You have one washroom upstairs. I have clients that say, I need a master ensuite. If I don't have a master ensuite, I am not buying the home. Well, the old norm would have been, let's go look at it and see if we put a master on there. The new one there, with the 3D dollhouse tour, with the floor plans, as a realtor, I can use my expertise and say, you know what? It's going to be very difficult to put a second washroom upstairs. So unless you're willing to live with that, then there's no point in viewing the property. I've had to change the way we show homes now, and it's actually ironically made me a lot more productive. www.jared, Jared, Gardner, Gardner.ca, and my direct line is 647-338-4475. Text me, call me. I'm here to assist, or better yet, call Julian, and Julian can pass your information.